Hello guys, and welcome to this Volks Wizard video. Now today is a very important date if you're into cars, at least here in the UK, because it's the first day of a new registration number, and being 2019 that number is 19, as you can see on that Golf GTI over there. It means dealerships like this one, TL Darby in Burton-on-Trent, are going to have a really busy day with owners collecting their new cars, and that's why I'm here. But no, it's not for me to collect a new car. I don't regret selling my GTI already, and I'm not going to drive off in that one. I'm here to document the handover of these two GTIs. Now, it's nothing particularly special about two GTIs being sold on the 1st of March, but I think this is a bit special because it's a father and son. So son Tom is collecting the GTI, and his dad Ian is collecting this GTI Performance. Now, Tom's been a big follower of mine on Twitter and a YouTube subscriber, and I thought it was only fair to come down here and document his special day for him. His dad's also a massive GTI enthusiast, and he's had like loads over like 30 years. In fact, the first car Tom ever went in was a Mark II Golf GTI 16 valve. Anyway, without further ado, let's go and have a look at some GTIs here at TL Darby Volkswagen in Burton-on-Trent. Okay, I'm here with Joe Knight. You might recognise Joe from the Polo GTI video back in June, which has been quite popular, hasn't it, Joe?
Yeah, massively, yeah. I think it's got over 70,000 views now, so yeah, really popular.
Has it?
One of the first videos on there, wasn't it? So
Yeah.
I think that helped it massively, the fact we were the first to do it.
Yeah.
Beat everybody else, which was good, so.
Great car. Has it been a big seller?
Yeah, we've done really well. I mean, it's just supply at the minute. That's the only thing we've got with them, is we can't build them quick enough for supply, and obviously they take a while to get here. But Up GTI is now back to normal. Golf GTI is obviously now back and WLTP approved as well, available for sale. Only as a performance pack, but the TCR is now available as well. So that's going to be. I can't wait to drive that. I'm really looking forward to it. I've even ordered my dad one without telling him, but he's happy.
Really?
He's having it, so it's okay.
You've taken a few orders already?
We've had a few inquiries on it. I think we've only just been able to quote them on the finance calculator, so we've had a few inquiries through, through J&K Deals. I've had a few inquiries through on there, people that are interested and want to see how much they're going to cost, things like that. So
tell us about J&K Deals then.
yeah, so basically J&K Deals, I've set it up as an Instagram page whereby I'm an enthusiast that's passionate about Volkswagen, but also I can offer people deals and more information than they may get from their local dealer. We can offer things like part exchange valuations, obviously for their car. We can give strong values on well looked after enthusiast cars that have not got scratches, dents, things like that. We've also got the opportunity to do some really strong deals, better than a lot of the online discount sites that you can get on there. We're just willing to help people out that you want to deal with somebody that knows what they're talking about when it comes to cars, because I'm a bit of a geek with them really, so I think that's...
He's got a Mark I and he's having it rebuilt.
Yeah,
so
I am, yeah.
Geek.
So that's that.
11 out of 10.
Geek Central. I could bore you to tears, but obviously we've only got sort of 10-minute video to talk, so I won't bore you with the details on that. But you will see regular updates of J&K Deals on Instagram about the Mark I, new models coming out, like the T-Roc R I've just put on there, the TCR. I'll be doing videos and tours around cars, giving information about what new features they've got when they do a change of model, things like that. And just generally a blog that you can follow, and if you're interested in buying a car, just send me a message and I'll happily do you the best possible deal I can on any model that we sell.
I'll put the link in the description below to Joe's Instagram, and you can get in touch with Joe that way. And we're going to do like a TCR spec video soon, aren't we, Joe?
Yeah,
as
we
well?
can do that. Yeah, we can run through and have a look at what you can have on the options that you can have. It's 290 now, 290 PS, which I think is 286 horsepower.
Yeah.
I think. I'm not that great at maths, but
No.
I think it's that.
It's not like the Edition 40 where you can have it's 265 or 290.
No, it's that power all the time now, rather than being on overboost. Yeah, so that's.
I can see the appeal because the Club Sport S was a bit extreme for daily use.
Yes,
but
the Club Sport was a fantastic car. The Edition 40 was brilliant. It was probably the best Golf GTI I've driven. We had a DSG one. It was the best DSG Golf GTI I've driven by far. It was just turned the wick up a little bit on everything, and it just felt that little bit more aggressive. But I hope this is going to be the same. And according to they've dialed up the steering on it. I think they've dialed up the diff as well to handle that extra horsepower, so it should be a pretty impressive car. Looking forward to driving it.
Do you want to show us around then, Ian?
I do indeed.
So it's a 7.5 performance pack, or do you call it just performance now, Joe?
They call it just performance now, but it's not really a pack anymore. It just comes as a separate model. It used to be you'd add it on for £995.
It's just a Golf GTI now, then.
It is.
Because there's no performance. It's just the only model now.
Yeah, it's
still the
very
8.
true. Yeah, it's very true.
But we'll call it performance then.
Who's got the keys?
I have.
It's got the red badge, which apparently is inconsistently the symboliser of it being a performance model.
It is, yeah. The red badge, I think the early ones didn't have it.
No, it's a bit of
But
inconsistency.
the biggest telltale sign is the brakes. That's the easiest way to look.
How big are they, Joe? Here's a test.
Oh, not the diameter.
I don't even know.
They've got a GTI logo on them. To be
Yeah,
fair.
the calipers are pretty noticeable. So if they've got the GTI logo,
Yeah, the bigger diameter disc, and obviously the calipers are bigger as well. It just finishes off when you've got the big wheels as well. It's nice to have some meaty brakes behind them as well.
indeed. And apart from the way they look, they also work better.
They do definitely work better. They're much more progressive, I'd say.
Yeah.
They're not sharp to the. You know, you've got to put a nice bit of force. They're not over assisted, which you find with a lot of performance cars. You press them and you're through the windscreen. They're quite nice, but when you need them, they scrub speed off like you wouldn't believe. You know, I've tried it and they are pretty good. I've had a few things fly forward in the car before, so they do work.
So what's the colour? Just pure white,
This is
is it?
pure white, non-metallic, yeah.
Classic. So brusher wheels, 19s.
Yes.
Anything else? Because they're a good standard spec anyway, 7.5.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, they're pretty fully loaded. With it being, to me, I see it as the flagship Golf really in terms of the style and the look of it.
Yeah.
I love the Golf R to bits, but I'm always going to be a GTI boy. No matter how, it's just one of those things. I just think it's an more iconic brand. They never mess with it as much, and it's just they're never going to put it into anything other than a hatchback. So,
True, yeah, they didn't do the estates, they held back there.
They won't do that. So with the R, it's more of a brand that can be more universal, which to me sort of takes a little bit out of it for the sense that the GTI should be kept as it is and just be small, fun, still affordable. If you come and see me, and yeah, it's just one of those cars it's just timeless and it's classless as well. That's the big thing about it. It's just one of those cars that's got no stereotypical.
No. You could be young, you could be old.
Yeah, rich, poor, say poor. But yeah, poorer than rich. Yeah. But yeah,
this is a dying breed now because it's three-door.
It's a three-door,
yeah.
And a manual.
Going to be one of the last, but in a way, that's how they left. That's how they were originally.
That's right.
They never did a five-door. They did a five-door in Europe, I think, in the Mark
They
I.
did.
You don't see many of them about. Not many left anyway. I think they're all family cars that probably got ruined.
Yeah, French market, I think.
Did they do 5-door Mark I there?
In Europe. Yeah, I've seen one.
I've never seen
Doesn't
one.
look quite right, really.
No.
But three-door Mark 1, obviously the manual. It's one of those things. I mean, it's a stunning bit of engineering now. They've got it. They're going to really struggle to make it much better, I think, with the Mark 8. The only thing they can do really is update the technology in terms of the infotainment, which is nice, but it's not going to make it drive much better. I think they'll stick with that engine. They may tweak it up to a bit more power, maybe. I reckon about 260 they'll go to. They won't go any more than that. They always. It's like the M&S of cars. They never know really undersold. They never put 300 horsepower in something that's not going to make it feel like a Golf GTI anymore.
Well, they've already done it with the Club Sport and the TCR
Yeah,
to go
but
higher.
they're like limited editions.
Yeah, so everything just
models.
moves up a bit, but not more than it has to.
That's it, and they'll borrow technology from Porsche, I'd imagine, on the net. You know, they always. I think the guy that's designed the Mark 8 is the ex-Porsche designer as well. So the Porsche's only evolved; it's never completely changed. I see the Golf GTI as a 911 in a way. It's the 911 that people can afford.
True. Right then, should we have a look in the car?
Yeah,
Who's got the key?
Yeah.
Ian?
I've got.
Open it up.
No, 3-door manual, yes. It's kind of dawning on me how weird this is being a brand new car. Because it's interesting.
So I put it in gear just in case. Yeah.
So what do you call the trim in these?
Jakara tartan red.
Oh, there you go. So not
it's-
just tartan then.
That's the official name for it, Jakara red, as it is on our board in the showroom. Only 8 miles from new.
Wow.
Still
Oh, yeah.
It smells even stronger than it did when it left the factory because it's had some interior sealant put on the seats as well to protect it
got
from.
ya.
It's been waxed with Zymol vintage wax as well. It's been professionally detailed prior to collection, which is obviously worth doing on a brand new car.
Yeah.
But when you've got it new, why not protect the new car rather than running it for 6 months, 12 months, getting the scratches on it, and then having to undo all that to add it. So if you can do it from day one before it's even hit the road, you've got the paintwork's perfect from scratch. Yeah.
So it's a combination of that new car smell and some sort of slight chemical smell. Yeah.
Sort of,
Cut gear knob.
Might start giggling on the way home a bit. But it obviously does.
Giggling from the fumes, you mean, or giggling from the excitement of having a brand new?
I think a bit of both, to be honest. But I'm sure you'd be very gentle with it.
That's just the plastic stone chip protection, isn't it?
Yeah.
Or is it just a moulding bit? No, they all do that, sir.
Yeah.
Right then, that's the Mark 7.5 GTI performance done. Now it's time to have a look at Tom's Up GTI. Okay, I'm here with Tom Banks. Now, Tom's probably one of my longest-standing Twitter followers and YouTube subscribers. Is that right?
Probably about right, yeah.
Yeah. So Tom's picking up his GTI today from Joe at TL Darby. So there's no better person to show us around the car because you've had a careful think about the spec, haven't you?
Yeah, yeah, very careful, yeah.
So, just let's have a go.
Yeah,
look
we'll
at the
have a
car.
look
So we'll get past your dad's car, which is nice. They're both the same colour then, no?
Both pure white.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
So, but you've gone for the black roof. Which
I've gone for the black roof.
You can't do that on a GTI Golf anyway, can you?
No.
So, cool.
And the other option is adjustable passenger height assist, and also I've gone for the climate control inside as well.
Yeah, go on, let's have a look. I'm not going to get too excited about the passenger seat height adjustment,
No.
but passengers may well.
£75 option.
Yeah, passengers may well not be excited if it's not there, to be honest. Because it's got that smell again, hasn't it?
Yeah.
A mix of new car smell and highly intoxicating solvent. What's that? The protection on the seats?
So he's protected the seats and all the carpets have been done, and he's done the red fascia dash as well.
Oh, yeah, because that can get scratched.
Yeah, that's been protected.
Nice. What's his name? Because he's done a really good job. I've got to give him a shout out.
MVS Detailing.
And where's he based?
I believe he's based in Burton.
Burton on Trent.
But yeah, he travels around, I think.
Yeah, so this is quite local for him then here.
Yeah,
That's good,
and he knows Joe Knight really well.
Oh yeah. They both speaks from the same hymn sheet.
Exactly.
Detail.
Yeah.
Detailing.
Yeah. Yes. Joe recommended him to me. I didn't know anything about him until I met Joe.
I saw him taking the photo of your cars before you turned up, and I thought that's quite keen for a main dealer valeter, but he's not a main dealer valeter.
Yeah, no, he's
guy's
much more than that.
Pretty serious. He even put stripes in the carpet.
Exactly.
And they're even like parallel, unlike the ones I ever do. So that's cool. So you got the climate control, I've said this before. It does make a massive difference to the ambience of the cabin.
Yeah.
Is Joe going to give you the little mouse tail lead for the
the little VW, yeah.
You're going to get one of those, yeah?
Yeah, definitely.
Good.
And I've got some of my own plates as well to put on. I've got the shortened 4D plates that I'll put on in a minute.
These ones?
No.
They're the original ones?
Bag, yeah.
Okay.
The dealership can't put them on.
That's why it's not got any number plates on.
That's why it's not got any number plates on at the minute.
So you're going to do that yourself, got you?
Yeah.
Cool. Still putting those wonderful Goodyear tyres on then, aren't they?
Yeah.
Do be careful.
Yeah.
But yeah, so there's no spec change since I got mine about a year ago. This is still the same car as far as I can tell.
Yeah, it's a 19 model year.
So you can tell what the model year is by the chassis number.
Yeah.
I think the K there, so that's a 19 means K.
Yeah.
Okay, that's clearly not the 19th letter of the alphabet anymore, but yeah, anyway, you can tell what it is. Mine was probably a C then, because it was a previous model year.
Yeah.
Could have even been a C. Did I say C? Could have been a J. Yeah. I got up at 5:30 today, so yeah. So this is the one I nearly ordered, because I had to decide if I wanted white or red.
Right.
And I couldn't decide, so I just ordered the two and then sold the white one. But it was pretty much the same as this. I think I stupidly deleted the black roof and went for, because the colour was extra, I stuck with, you have to pay $250 for white, I think, is that right?
Yeah.
More? 500?
No, it was 250 and then 150 for the black roof, I think.
Oh right.
But that's gone up now. I think it's actually nearly 200 quid.
The whole car's gone up since I bought mine. Twice, I think.
Yeah.
So this is the one, a bit like the press car that I drove in Wales, the one that
very similar spec.
Yeah, WCE that was. Yeah. That had the button in the centre console that looked like everybody was hoping it was turn the traction control off one, but it was
It's the eco button.
No, it was the one for the front assist. Yeah. Nice. So it's your second car ever?
Second car ever, yeah. So my first car was a VW Fox. So it's like a nice sort of like
progression.
Yeah, progression really.
How much horsepower did that have?
55.
More than double.
More than double, yeah.
Blimey. And what's the insurance like?
Not too bad. It's only about £150–200 more than what I was paying on the Fox, because it's a 1 litre. So they go on engine size. So if I wanted to have a 1.4 Polo, they'd probably ask for like £2,000. But for this,
I think with less power.
Yeah, with less power. If I wanted a 1.4 85 brake horsepower Polo, it was like 3 years old, they're probably wanting about £2,000 for that.
Wow.
So it's all on engine size until you're about 21, 22.
How old are you now?
19.
Blimey, that's a car, a serious car to have. Well, yeah, I hope you're going to enjoy it as much as I did mine.
Yeah, I will. Yeah, I'm sure I will. Lighting a bit.
Yeah. How many miles have you got on the clock at delivery? Because your dad's Golf's got 8, hasn't it? So it's always good to see how many miles they've put on. You might have to start it up.
8.8.
Oh right, that's strangely consistent with your dad's. 8.8.
They come from different factories.
Yeah,
as well,
they
so
have.
That's surprising.
This one's Bratislava,
Yeah.
and this one is a bit further north, up in Wolfsburg. It's definitely Wolfsburg still. Yeah, that's a Wolfsburg. Yep, same model year K. So there we have it then. Father and son Golf GTI. What was the first car you went in as a child?
16 valve Golf GTI Mark II when I was 2 days old on the way
And
home from hospital.
Here we are today with Tom buying his first GTI.
Brilliant.
I've just found a quiet table to sit down with Ian so he can show us through his car history, because as I mentioned in the intro, there is a very big GTI ownership history with the Banks family, so what better way to have a look at it than to go through his photo album.
Right, this is 1989 on a trip to...
That looks very German.
Yes.
Is that a Club GTI flag?
It is indeed.
So you,
Yes,
you took over the chalet.
House Edith.
Where was that then?
That was Maria Worth in Austria.
Oh right, yeah,
for
on the lake.
On the lakes,
Yeah.
to go to the Treffen. I think about a dozen of us drove down in convoy
Yeah.
over 2 days, which was a brilliant trip and a very nice place to start. I can recommend.
Yeah, that's good. Did you have a view of the lake?
We had a view of the lake. That is the view out of the window, looking down onto Maria Worth from the bedroom window. Excellent.
Yeah, that's beautiful, but then I was drawn by this body kitted Mark II.
Yes,
So
Mark II, Graham Whittaker, back in the day. I think, would that be a Zender body kit?
Yeah, it could be a
looks
BBS.
like. Yeah, and I think that car was BR Motorsport 2 litre tuned. It was very fast.
Yeah, look at those square headlights.
Yeah.
Those were the days before
Yes,
the big bumpers.
yes,
you fitted
yeah.
your own.
Yeah, excellent. Very nice car. That is a group of the English people on a day out excursion, parked up somewhere in the sun. Very nice.
Yeah, you got the weather then. It's not always the case in Austria.
It was absolutely gorgeous. Some people that I'd never met in my life before, but similar enthusiasts that came along, and we all soon made friends, and it was a great time.
That's what it's all about, the GTI scene.
So you've got quite a few Mark 1s
Yeah.
and Mark 2s, some 16 valves.
So was that yours was
Monza Blue, yeah, there was 2 Monza Blue ones.
That's
There was
that turquoisey blue colour.
yeah,
on there,
they only made it on the 16 valve Mark II,
Yeah.
and then that was it. Some friends I went with.
Is that like a 1980s sweatband?
I think it must be, yeah,
Ivan
back in the
Lendl,
day.
immaculate.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Blimey.
Views. That's my car that I bought from new. That was
Wow. Where was that then? That's like the Hoover Dam.
that is a dam. I'm not sure where that is now.
Wow. I've got to find that then. So that's near Worthersee then somewhere, is it?
Yeah, that was a day trip out we had, all in convoy. Lovely. Scenery was absolutely fantastic, and it was so hot as well.
No, look at it, you got snow, but you
Yeah,
got sun.
it was gorgeous. Really was. More views of the dam. What else have we got? People that evenings out. We all went out for meals together at night.
Yeah.
The whole hardly anybody knew anybody when we set off, but we were like firm friends and have stayed friends all our lives really since that point.
Incredible. The GTI thing is a real bond, isn't it?
It is. It draws you together. I don't know what it is. I don't know.
No, I don't. So now you've got the European cars that make your
We have.
British versions look
Absolutely.
slightly restrained.
Back in the
Blimey.
day, body kits were the thing. Big wheels and wide body kits. The English cars were not really like this. This was the European angle
Yeah.
being put on it.
Well, if you drove that around England, it probably wouldn't be on it. For
Yeah,
very
it
long.
wouldn't be on it. No, you would lose that.
Look, it's even got an apt
Yeah.
badge on where the VW badge is on the grille.
And all the cars were absolutely immaculate. They really were.
Like a
The
Lamborghini with
yeah.
a Golf in its body.
The attention to detail and paint and the money spent on them and time and care. Now,
maybe all this will come back in fashion. Well, I think the 80s.
yeah, I think it's gone, hasn't it?
Yeah,
It's
it was
gone.
great while it lasted, but
It's obviously an Alpine.
Alpine stereo demo, yeah. In the Alps.
In the Alps. Now this, we went to the Österreich ring for a day, which everybody headed out of Reifenitz and went to the Österreich ring in convoy. And we could drive round the Österreich ring in convoy, and then we did a sprint. And in the pits, we came across a Corrado from Wolfsburg, which was one of the very, very first Corrados ever seen.
So this was May 1989.
Yes.
So I think some of the press cars in the UK were an F. F was the summer of 89 then. So it would have been 89. So that would have been the same era as that.
And that was, they only had one that was down there.
Yeah. Weird wheels. They look like BBSRE.
Yeah,
like
I never saw those.
No. What does it say on there? Is it G60?
It is a G60.
Is it?
And on the strength of looking at this car, my friend ordered the first Corrado that came into Leicester, a 16 valve in black, and to run it in, we picked it up on a Friday night and we went straight to Holland to a GTI event and ran it in that weekend there and back. So it was run in by the time we got home.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah. And he bought it on the strength of that, just seeing it there on that day.
Yeah.
And he never test drove it or anything. And he had the first one in Leicestershire.
Amazing.
Graham and Vicky Ellis and the people that organised the trip.
Have they got anything to do with Stamford Hall?
Is Chris at the body shop?
They
No.
don't do Stamford Hall now. They used to go to Stamford Hall, but they don't anymore, no. Some of our friends.
So I just missed out on all this because I was a little bit too young. But this is the legacy of the GTI in the 80s, was what I kind of grew up with. And when I first got into cars, it was the car that I really wanted to own. It took me a couple of years to get there, but it was all this amazing sort of history and camaraderie that brought me into them about 7 years later, I think.
I think I have to blame why I'm so mad about Golf GTIs is because my friend bought a Mark 1 GTI. I couldn't afford one in those days. They were £6,000 brand new, and I went in it with him, and ever since that day I've just took over me, really, I suppose, really. Maybe not in a good way, I don't know.
An expensive way.
An expensive way,
There are worse vices, aren't there?
Yeah. TRRL was a brilliant location for GTI International.
But it just became too big and too rowdy for what is is basically a scientific institution.
Absolutely. I don't even know now what it is. I don't even know if it is.
They're still going.
Oh, it's still going.
Yeah.
But it was a lot of hard standing area.
Yeah, it was good.
And it was good.
So if it rained, it made no difference.
Yeah, it made no difference. It was a super venue, really. It really was.
They used to drag crash test cars
That's
along
right.
the rails.
Yes, they did. Yeah. The only downside of this having the sprint here was that sometimes you'd have a fox or a hare run out at you, which wasn't ideal.
No.
That was my car, and that year I had a standard Mark II 16 valve, and that year Brian Ricketts had serviced it before I went there, and I got the 6th fastest time that year. And after he worked on my car, it was like driving another car. When I picked it up, having had it serviced from him, I couldn't believe it was the same car. Whatever he'd done to it was unbelievable. I couldn't have believed it.
Yeah.
It was just so different. So it was responding. Everything about it was just better.
Brian Ricketts was the master tuner of Golf GTIs in Leamington Spa, wasn't he?
He was in Leamington Spa.
He was the man.
He was the man. Yeah.
Sadly departed there.
Very much. Yeah. Unfortunately, yes.
Ooh.
Now that is how it all started.
But there's always a car without alloy wheels to start off
Yes.
with history.
The history behind that is my friend owned that car, and he bought a Golf GTI, and I bought that off him.
That's a small rear light Smart One GL or GLS, is it?
That is a GLS, and it was quite highly spec'd for its day.
Yeah. What colour is it? Because I can't tell if it's faded.
It's
Is it like a blue?
It's actually a green, a metallic
Yeah.
green, but it's not laser green.
No.
So yeah, it was small lights. I'm not sure what size engine.
2 fog lights.
Yeah, I think somebody had put those on, hadn't they?
And mud flaps.
Yeah, it had mud flaps.
Probably
Yeah,
some other bolt-on bit, like an electric aerial or something.
yeah.
It had like looked like a beige velour or like a...
It did. It had a
Brown
beige
velour almost.
velour interior, and I had that, and I never had a moment's trouble with it the whole life of the car.
I've got to just show you the ski wear, which was very 1980s.
Yes,
Is that you?
that is.
Is it really?
Yes, it is
Wow.
indeed.
That's a pose
On
and
a
half.
skiing trip to Austria without the car, should I say?
Probably just as much fun.
Yeah, a nice
Definitely not camouflage.
a nice weekend on the snow.
Did you break anything?
No, luckily.
So what? I think that's enough reminiscing now.
Yes.
Time to crack on with the GTI of 2019, I think. So
so. A
Time-
chapter.
time to go and drive your cars now, I think.
I think so.
Taking up Joe's parking spaces on such a busy
Yeah.
day. So let's go outside and have a look at the cars. Okay, we've just decamped to a slightly quieter car park around the side of TL Darby because a lot of people collecting their cars over there and we didn't want to get in the way. So let's just have a quick look around the cars before they drive off. So this is Ian's Mark 7.5 GTI Performance. And this is Tom's Up GTI, now with the number plates. And the one you haven't seen yet, and it's not coincidentally just parked here, this is Ian's old car, which I'm going to drive off in today actually, because I bought it off him. And I'm just going to sell it on through my Volks Wizard business. It's the perfect kind of car for me because it's a one-owner car. It's even been a show car. Might look a bit grubby now, but a quick wash and this car will be looking like new. It's been garaged every night with one mature owner. Unlike a lot of Polo GTIs who are generally owned by younger kids. So you've had a good day then, have you?
Yeah, brilliant. The experience from Joe has been fantastic, really from start to finish. When I ordered in September, he really looked after us, and today's just been the icing on the cake.
Yeah.
It's been brilliant.
He's a good lad. So if you want to buy a Volkswagen, give Joe a shout. His contact details are in the description below. I've had fun as well. It's even been as much fun, almost as much fun, as buying my own car. Definitely a lot cheaper than it would be. Yeah. So over to you guys. Safe driving. Enjoy your GTIs. Drive carefully.
We will.
And yeah, I'll see you at some shows in the summer or
Yeah.
spring even
Brilliant.
with Stamford
Okay.
Hall.
Okay, thanks
So,
for everything.
thanks for having me along.
Okay,
Cheers, Andrew.
brilliant. Thank you.
I hope you've enjoyed this very special, I think, Volks Wizard video. If you have, please give it a thumbs up, please comment, please subscribe, and I'll see you for the next one soon.